ball. St. Kitts bound. We're doing some jib sailing. It's less than 6 miles across, so it's going to take us about an hour. That was a lively sail across the Narrows, that gap between St. Kitts and Nevis, but it's flattened out now. We're behind St. Kitts and we're starting to scope out our anchorage. What's the name of the bay, Lindy?
Ballast Bay.
Okay, Ballast Bay. So it should be right around one of these corners here. Yeah. And then dead ahead of us, we can see the capital city of Basseterre. There's like cruise ships and stuff up all in this bay. So, cool. Time to check out St. Kitts. We dropped anchor in this southernmost bay of St. Kitts and just chilled out, relaxing in the water and enjoying some downtime on the boat. This anchorage was beautiful, and the guide showed that there was a marina and marina village in a basin just a few hundred yards away next to a salt pond. So we went ashore there to check things out. So Holiday is right out there. Yeah. Kind of an empty marina. We thought there might be stuff to do in here, but yeah, there's not. It's not really completed, I don't guess. So we're gonna go find somewhere else to have some fun. Okay, since this area was kind of a bust for stuff to do ashore, we're going to take a long dinghy ride, about 2 miles, over to South Friars Beach, which is over there, kind of where that little notch is, right there. And there's a beach and supposed to be some cool stuff over there. And we see that the Black Pearl, one of the largest sailboats in the world, is also anchored over there. So we can get a closer look at it too. All right, we're loading up the dinghy with our beach gear. How are we doing, Lindy?
Good.
And then head out across. Back a couple of episodes, we had seen the mega sailing yacht Eos in Falmouth Harbor, Antigua, at 305 feet. The Black Pearl is even bigger at 350 feet and is owned by the family of one of the billionaire Russian oligarchs. We had scoped out a restaurant called Shipwreck Beach Bar. After our successful dinghy crossing to Friars Bay, we were ready to check it out. We were having a great time in St. Kitts, but with a good weather window the next day, we checked out of the country and decided to head to St. Barts. All right, we've got the anchor up. It is 6:40 a.m. and we're motoring away now from our anchorage here in St. Kitts, headed for St. Barts. We got 48 miles to go, and we should be on a broad reach once we get through the Narrows. Lindy's up there working on the anchor. Here we go. Got to get around the other side of this land here, and then we'll go through the Narrows, and St. Barts is that way. So we're in the Narrows now, and the conditions are really nice. It's not at all like what it was when we crossed across it the other day, and it looked like it would be really rough. So the wind's down from that day for sure. But we're just gonna motor probably another half mile or so, and we'll be out of the Narrows and get to turn towards St. Barts, and we should have a good broad reach sailing angle. And I'm probably going to be the lazy sailor today and just put up the head sail, because it should be the right amount of wind. We should go fast that way, and yeah, we'll see. Over here you got the side of St. Kitts, and over there you can see Nevis with the peak in the clouds. Oh, and Lindy. Okay, we're out away from the Narrows, and we're on our course to St. Barts. You see where we just came out of? Nevis over here, St. Kitts to this side. We've got the full head sail out. The wind's a little lighter than the forecast, but it'll probably pick up. We're going over 5 knots, 5.5 knots. That's good enough. At this rate, we'll get there by 4 p.m., so that's no big deal. Maybe even 3 p.m. The wind angle's like 120 degrees, so it's coming from right here across the boat. There we go, there's 14 knots. We're about 3.5 hours into the passage now. Probably got about 5 hours to go. We've coming across some big ship traffic here. Guy going in front of us, he's about a mile away. It's like some sort of cargo ship. But the sailing's going good. Winds are real consistent. Little rain going right behind us. There's St. Kitts there. Let's see. We're about 6 miles offshore. And there's that ship. Windy. Nice. right, we're well over halfway across now. You can still see the island's outlines back there. St. Kitts, a little cloudier, we'd be able to see them better. But we've picked out St. Barts ahead. Same thing, it's just a little silhouette on the horizon right now, but it's nice when you can see your destination, don't you think, Wendy?
Yep.
The sailing's been excellent. Just consistent winds, haven't even had to touch the sail trim. Autopilot's taking care of the rest. We've just been like hanging out, listening to music, and you know, we ate breakfast, sitting around on the boat, and in a few more hours, we'll be anchored at St. Barts. The swells are coming at our beam, but a little bit aft of the beam. So they hit right here, we raise up, and settle back down. Not bad at all. Really mild, especially compared to the, you know, upwind sailing that we've done for most of the last 8 years. All right, we're in behind some of these rocks here in the point of St. Barts. We can see a lot of boats up in the anchorage. Just a couple more miles, and we'll be in there. Gustavia is the name of the main port. And in the distance, we can just see St. Martin and some other little rocks and everything, I think, that are part of St. Barts. This has been a wonderful sail. All right, we've got the anchor down here at Gustavia. Now we've got to figure out how to get checked in. It's an island that's part of the country of France, so it'll be similar to checking in at Martinique and Guadeloupe, which is easy. So what we've heard and read is true. This is a very rolly anchorage. Boat's bouncing around quite a bit. May not be the best night of sleep tonight. But there's some other places we can move around St. Barts, so we may move to another anchorage in the morning, and we'll see. Lindy looks like she's ready. We're gonna go try to get checked in.
Batten Bay? I don't know.
Ballot. Okay. I'm not sure.